sharing to be Maxwell?
No, I'm still Max. He can take Maxwell.
Have you ever played with another Max?
No. It's my first time in my career. Two Maxes in the same team.
Do you think it'll be confusing?
No, we'll get it down.
What are you hoping to work on here going into Summer League?
Really just a lot of things that I worked on in the summer, and just trying to improve on, especially in this setting, my leadership and making sure I can help these guys out as they transition into our program and our franchise. So I'm just trying to help them out, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to work on my game and get better as well.
Do you feel different now as opposed to like a year ago?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year, coming in, I didn't really know anybody. It was a new setting, didn't know a lot of people, but now I'm familiar with it. I've been in some close games. I played, a full NBA season, and now, it's not my rookie year anymore. So I know what I'm doing now, and I'm a lot more comfortable than I was last year for sure.
What's been the focus the last month or so since you started?
I think just keeping working on the fundamentals. I'd say staying in control of my body, making sure that I'm still putting on weight, making sure that I'm staying strong, and then obviously on the court, continuing to shoot that ball really, really well, continuing to handle the ball well, and just be aggressive towards the rim and use my athleticism to my advantage.
There's been some reports about you getting taller, putting on more weight. Can you confirm either one of those two?
I don't know about taller. Maybe I grew a little bit, but I've definitely put on some weight. I'm trying to keep going, but I'm feeling comfortable on that right now, around 200, 205. So just trying to stay at that weight and stay comfortable with that weight and stay explosive. I'm gaining mass. I want to make sure that I'm still using my explosiveness on my advantage.
Is the hope and goal to become a rotational player next season for the Lakers?
Oh yeah, 100%. The goal is to play, like I said in my interview, as much basketball as I can in terms of winning on the floor, and so. Whatever that takes, whether that's defense, shooting, being a leader, whatever it is, I'm willing to do it because I want to be on that floor and I want to contribute to winning.
How important is your three-point shot to getting that accomplished?
I think that's very important. I think that's a good baseline for anybody to have. If you can shoot, then you're a lot more valuable than someone who can't shoot, right? And so, especially with our team, with the guys that we have, LeBron and AD, and the guys that need space, Debo, and if they can have that shooter in that wing or corner who can space the floor out for them, that'll just give me, more of an opportunity to impact the game.
What was your impression of Jalen and the other Max, and then new Max, and the two guys?
Yeah, no, everybody, the new guys, they're looking really good. They're picking up on stuff really fast, and at the end of the day, they're competing really hard, which is what matters. And so, I'm always here to try to help them along a little bit and give them some guidance, but they seem to be picking up pretty much on their own, so they're playing really well.
Jalen wasn't in the Big Ten when you were there, but you see that kind of, you've got to be a physical player. You have to, do you see that stuff in him, even in one workout, like the things that have made him a success there?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a big dude for his size, so he uses his strength really well, uses his body really well, and you can tell he's played in the Big Ten, especially one of the better teams in that league last year. So he's done a really good job using his body, sort of transitioning that, at least in the first workout that I saw, transitioning it over to this game. So he's got a bright future, and I'm looking forward to watching him grow and helping him out a little bit.
Is there a particular area of your game you've been working on this offseason that you're hoping to showcase during the summer leagues?
In particular, I'd say probably, my on-ball skills in terms of, ball screens and making reads for others, making plays for myself. I know I can defend at a high level. That's probably the baseline, and the same thing with three-point shooting. I want to make sure that I'm continuing to showcase that. But, I think in this setting when I have the ball in my hands a little bit more, being able to create for myself and others as well.
How do you go about emphasizing what areas to focus on in summer league versus an area that you maybe have to focus more so on with the main season, later season?
I think for me, it's just playing my game. I'm not really going to focus on one thing during summer league and one thing, when I'm out of summer league, right? I just want to play as hard as I can and try to improve as much as I can. Use all facets of my game to impact the game, and I'm not going to say one game I'll focus on this, the next game on that. I'm just going to come in and play as hard as I can and just, showcase what I can do.
Thinking back to last year in Vegas and even with your time with South Bay, how much of the sets that you guys run are similar to the stuff that you do with the main team with the Lakers?
Yeah, it's really similar. Obviously, the two teams got to be in synopsis with each other, and so a lot of the plays are the same, and that same thing carries over down here in summer league. And so, I'm familiar with all the actions. Obviously the coaching staff I'm really familiar with, and so it's easy to just sort of come in and feel a lot more comfortable and sort of take that leadership role and just do my thing.
Is it a little different going into free agency and team building, knowing you have a contract you're with the few people that is on the books for next year? Do you view the next week differently, like in terms of who am I be playing with and stuff like that, than maybe it was a year ago?
No, I would say I'm really just focused on myself, to be honest. I want to make sure that I'm improving. All that free agency stuff is out of my control. I can't control that whatsoever. I can't control who my teammates are next year. So I just want to focus on myself because I can control myself and what I do on the floor. So that's all I want to do is try and improve as much as I can, and whatever happens in free agency happens in free agency.
Not making any demands for no more Maxwells.
No. I'm just staying in my lane.
I know you on exit interview day said that you felt like you could have helped the team had you gotten minutes in the postseason. Rob mentioned the other day, like, hey, the Nuggets won with Christian Brown playing minutes. Hearing him say that and just basically putting it out there, like, hey, we have no rules about how young a player is. Like, they show up ready to play. Mm-hmm. How does that give you confidence in terms of the opportunity that could be there moving forward?
Yeah, it definitely gives me confidence, sort of that, knowing that they want to play anybody who's ready to play. And so I just got to continue to work as hard as I can to showcase that I'm available and ready to play and ready to impact winning on the floor. And so that's part of what the Summer League is about, is me working on my game. And naturally, with all the work I put into the summer, the results were organically to show. So just going out and trying to work as hard as I can.
Did you make any connections with guys on the team last year that you think you'll maybe get together with during the summer, whether it's socially or for workouts?
I'm trying to work out with a lot of guys. I worked out with Shaq a lot. We're sort of from the same area in Chicago, so we worked out a little bit in the summer. But, when all those guys come back, I'll be sure to try to, meet up with them and work out with them and, just be around.
Are you going to spend your summer out here? Or?
Yeah, most likely. Yeah. Probably bounce back and forth, but this is probably where I'll be for the most part. Appreciate you guys.
How are they kind of implemented?
Yeah, it's been a great transition. In college, I was used to dropping different actions and stuff like that on defense. So being able to transition has been good. They've just been teaching me different techniques with my hands, being vocal, and just the communication. That's the part that's just the biggest gap, is being able to learn their terminology versus what I was used to. So, but that comes easy for me, being able to learn that quickly on the fly, just going with the flow with that.
So would you say that's the biggest difference at the NBA level, you feel like, is just...
Yeah, probably communication, different, being vocal, like I said, being loud, making sure everybody hears you. In arenas, you're going to have more people than in college, so just being vocal, letting your teammates hear you, and then just the communication with coverages. There's a lot of different actions, a lot of different things you got to talk about. So,
Colin, one of the unique things about signing into a contract is that you get to kind of choose your situation a little bit. What did you like about the Lakers versus other options you've had, and what excited you about this potential role for yourself with this team?
Yeah, it's just a great opportunity here. There's a lot of great people in this organization that I can learn from. Like I said before, every coach has great experience. All the players in the organization are great. So it was just a good opportunity for me just to grow, get better, and just have opportunity to play down the line whenever that may be. I don't know what's going to happen or what the future may hold, but just coming in to work every day with the right mindset, just being positive about my growth and just getting better.
On draft night, if your name didn't get called, was this where you wanted to end up? Was that already in your mind before that, or was that kind of more of a spur of the moment thing?
Yeah, we had talks about it before with my agent. I just talked to him about landing spots if things didn't go as planned, like getting picked or drafted. So we had talks about that. There were opportunities, but I wanted to come here and be a Laker, so that was just the biggest thing for me.
Through Aaron, did you talk to Austin at all in the pre-draft process, just about that process in general and the Lakers?
Aaron was telling me everything Austin went through, his whole process, and I kind of shadowed that a little bit, going through my process, working out with the same trainer, same regimen, stuff like that. So just learning the same process he went through and what he's about to earn and stuff like that. So being able just to go through the same process as Austin. I talked to him a little bit, but he's busy going through a lot of stuff with Team USA, which is a good accomplishment. So we talked a little bit briefly, but he was just telling me to keep going and just keep working.
Do you know Skylar?
I chose Michigan out of high school, so.
Did you do a visit while he was?
Yeah, I met him and everything.
Yeah,
it was good, and then obviously chose Michigan, and then I came back to Florida, and then he hit me up after I was at Florida, and then I saw him again here. So it's pretty cool to see him at multiple spots.
What are some areas of your game you're looking to showcase? I've seen defensively too, you're really good at, being able to switch on guards too as well. What are some things that you want to showcase out there in Summer League coming up in Sacramento?
Just being an anchor, being that guy that all my teammates can rely on, a big body who can move his feet well. Obviously protect the rim, which is one of the biggest attributes I carry. And I feel like we're going to be able to translate to the NBA. So just doing a lot of different things, being versatile, like I said, switching if I need to, but just being an anchor in the pick and roll, and just guys leaning on me at the rim.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy though.
Yeah. You said you wanted to be low-key about that. Now, what's the form looking like? Laker uniform now? I know you're able to talk about it more. How is it now?
It's been crazy. My phone been blowing up. It's been wild, but I was enjoying the moment for real. I mean, everybody excited, the whole island excited, so I just gotta embrace it and run with it. So.
The two-way process is unique in the way that you can kind of you get control a little bit. When you didn't hear your name called, why did the Lakers make sense for you?
I mean,
what did you want about this situation?
I mean, it was one of the phone calls I got before the draft. I mean, they reached out before the draft. I mean, I just know what I bring to the table. I know that what the Lakers need, and I feel like it's the right situation at the right time. So I feel like it's just putting myself in front and just thinking about the future, not right now. You know what I'm saying? So thinking long term.
You've defended at a super high level in college. You've shot it at a really high level in college. I would assume is that sort of the focus for the summers to show like where you're at as like a 3-and-D player?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I know what I'm great at. I just try to show that every day. I mean, get better every day on all the stuff I'm not great at, but embracing what I'm good at. So I just trying to embrace it and bring it every day. So,
Do you look at guys like Austin as motivation, you know, especially being here on a team that's very star-studded, but being able to have the opportunity to get playing time and carve your way into a rotation potentially?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, looking at that, it just shows that it's not impossible for like two-way players to make themselves known. So he definitely paved the way for players like me. So I definitely congratulate him for what he did, and I'm gonna try to do my best to be like him. So
What was today's practice like?
It was fun. I mean, everything I expected, high energy, competing. I feel like everybody brought it today. I mean, we all want to win. So I feel like practice showed that even though we was on different teams, purple and gray, I feel like we all competed at a high level and show all we can do. So I feel like it was a good day.
You played against Colin last year. What do you like about his game?
I mean, I feel like he's confident, he's patient, he knows to play the right way. I mean, he did great shots, want to pass the ball, want to play defense. So he just brings everything a team wants. So definitely seeing that. So I enjoyed that playing with him.
Explain the draft process a little bit. I mean, you know, when you didn't get drafted, how quick was that phone call that you received? And was your agent telling you before, like, yo, we have a two-way coming? Like, how is that situation process go?
I mean, me and my agent talked before the draft, and I had offers on the table before the draft going undrafted. So it wasn't like I was mad I didn't get drafted. I mean, I was just good. I was good all of it. I know, like, no matter what happened tonight, I'm going to be good. So it wasn't none about I want to get drafted. That was one of the best situations. So I feel like this was the best situation for me. So that's all it was for me, just getting the right situation long term. So.
Cool. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Congratulations.